When school punishments go way too far. So these are the worst punishments we know of yet. These students got it really bad, and most of them were not even deserved. Welcome everyone to another episode of Reaction Time. And today we're looking at the worst school punishments ever. I would love for you guys to share your experience if you've been punished really badly at your school. Down in the comments below. Let me hear your experience and your story. And before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that on my Instagram is going to be @tallfishman. I'm actually going to announce something very soon. Probably within 2 weeks, I'm announcing something on my Instagram. So I really want you guys to be active on there and follow me. I can't say much about it right now, but it's something very exciting for me that me and my friends have been working on for a while. But that was just a quick announcement. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. This is probably going to change your mood a bit because some of this will actually infuriate you. Yeah, guys, are you ready? Let's get right into this compilation. Okay, so one of the worst school punishments to start off with was a girl who was forced to do what's called the Frozen Pea Punishment. It was actually thought to be an urban myth that people will tell kids. I never actually heard it myself. It scared kids to behave very well at school. Some students actually get punished and do the frozen pea knee torture. In parts of China and the Philippines, their punishment is that they have to actually kneel down on frozen peas. You know how much it hurts? Have you guys ever stepped on a Lego? It's like that, except with your knees. Are you guys ready? This is what it looks like. Oh my god. That looks horrible. There's still frozen peas in there. Hopefully it goes away quickly. Doesn't cause too much bruising. Let's look at some more punishments. Some of them are super ridiculous. This teacher actually forced a student to wear the cone of shame. That's right. It was a used dog cone. Yeah, the cone used on dogs to prevent themselves from itching or scratching. Yeah, just like... Students took photos of this and posted this on Facebook. The school board found out. The teacher punished the student for pretty much being late to class or any other stupid thing they did, but it was not necessary. And of course, the teacher lost her job. And some of these students actually had a horrible experience because they were embarrassed at their school by their friends and everybody else. They saw this on Facebook. It was just a bad situation, all because of this teacher. What were you thinking, teacher? Guys, I respect some teachers a ton, and some other ones, I question why they're even teachers. Okay, so these students actually got punished. It said in the article that they're both actually straight. They're not a couple, and they were forced to hold hands for 15 minutes as a punishment. As a punishment. Whew. And then again, people took pictures of them, posted on Facebook. So they were actually fighting and had to choose between a 15-minute date or a suspension. Now that I think about it, this is actually not such a bad punishment. If people want to fight, you gotta teach them how to love. Am I right? This was in Westwood High School, and yeah, this is one of the most interesting punishments I've seen so far. I've never seen a teacher or a school staff member punish someone like this. Do you guys think this was a well-deserved punishment? Maybe they'll think twice about fighting someone and instead learn to love. Hold the hand, baby. This kid got suspended for having a Bonner haircut. His name was Patrick Gonzalez. Said he was such a big fan of the San Antonio Spurs that he actually got one of the players as a haircut on the back of his head. Apparently the haircut was a really bad distraction, and his teachers were actually infuriated. They actually went to court over this for suspending the kid. But something good came out of this, because once the San Antonio Spurs saw this news story, they actually gave him free tickets to a game. So I'm happy for this kid, except for the part that he got suspended. Uncalled for suspension and an undeserved punishment. Seriously, a school principal actually forced students to eat off the floor of the gymnasium. That is disgusting. He made them eat their lunches off the dirty floor of the gymnasium. It all happened because a kid spilled some water as he tried to lift a jug onto a cooler. The teacher got his feet soaking wet, and then everybody else laughed. So the principal was like, no. The 7 students actually told their parents, and the school actually had to pay $500,000 to the kids. Congratulations. That was a dumb principal. I'm sorry. Just because you get mad, you're not supposed to make kids eat off an unsanitary floor. That's disgusting. A Kentucky teacher stuffed a 9-year-old boy, this boy right here, into a bag. His name was Chris Baker. She put him inside a duffel bag, and then a school staff actually struggled to even open the bag. So he was kind of stuck in there. He was sweating, crying. I mean, obviously I would cry as well. And apparently he was also autistic. So imagine the damage this actually does to a person when they're already struggling with life. It does not actually read the cause that he got in trouble for, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments. This is one of the worst ones in my opinion. A 4-year-old actually got locked in a closet at school. This was a preschool teacher and actually locked him in a dark, dusty room, as he described it, and thought there was monsters inside the room. The closet was where janitors usually keep their supplies, if you guys know what I'm talking about. She would lock him until the classroom became silent. The teacher lost lost the job, of course, because I mean, how can anyone see this on the news and think it's fine? So at least the teacher won't be doing that anymore. But if you're a teacher, don't lock kids in closets. Next one is a sophomore who was actually disciplined with a paddle. You guys know those paddles that a lot of frats use. This student actually allowed someone else to cheat off her homework. Her name was Taylor Santos. She is from Texas, and apparently it is legal. I don't know how, but it's only legal if someone of the same sex actually uses the paddle. And the teacher was not of the same sex, so it was the male vice principal. Wow, you apparently need written permission from the parents, but I don't know if they got that. A girl got strip searched because they thought she had drugs. The girl actually brought an ibuprofen pill, which is just a pain-reducing pill. I mean, everybody has taken it probably at one point in their life. Advil, Tylenol. She can never go back to school after this moment, after she was stripped down, touched all over, and then she sued. So that's a very bizarre punishment. What do you guys think? In my school, they always used special dogs that could sniff out drugs. I think it's a lot smarter than strip searching someone. Hey, you know when people say sometimes at school they feel like they're in prison? Well, this one will probably support that argument because a school in Washington uses solitary confinement. It's a public elementary school, so these kids are super young. It's called an isolation room, and they're just in there for a long time. I don't know which parent is ever gonna agree to something like this, but I think you need the parents' permission. So yeah, that's a super strange one. A student receives jail time for missing school. Wow, Texas back on the list. I'd be scared to go to school in Texas because I don't want to go to jail for missing school. She was 17-year-old. She has 2 siblings and had 2 jobs in order to support her siblings and her family. But because of this, she had to miss some school. Skipping a certain number of school days actually gives you fines. Yes, you actually have to pay money because you missed school. And if you can't pay those fines, guess what happens? You go to jail. And that's what happened here. But the judge accepted her appeal and cleaned her record, so she got lucky. She didn't actually have to spend a lot of time in jail, but that seems very scary. And the funniest yet worst punishment of all is a guy that was arrested for burping in class. He drank too much Pepsi. Pepsi, oh my god. Went to gym class and it drove the PE teacher insane. He said he started burping like crazy, like literally just every second. So they called police and they actually arrested him. Congrats. Wow. Apparently it's against state law to interfere with the educational system, and that's what they accuse him of. So poor kid, guys. Pepsi's problematic with this kid. Hashtag do the Pepsi challenge, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. These were punishments, the most unnecessary punishments and super unusual. All of them are gonna be first link in the description, but that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys soon. In the meantime, you can always subscribe to the second channel as well if you haven't checked it out yet. Leave a like on the video if you want to see a part 2. Hope you guys have a great one, and peace out.